The lands of ancient India were vast. Kingdoms rose and fell. Stories of valor and treachery echoed through the ages. One name, however, stood above all: Mahishmati, a kingdom of unparalleled power and grandeur. This is where our tale unfolds. This is where the saga of Baahubali, Crown of Blood, takes root. Before the crown, there was a whisper of an ancient prophecy. It foretold the rise of a king. He would be a king unlike any other. He would be righteous and just. He would be the savior of Mahishmati. But every story has two sides. Behind the gleaming facade of Mahishmati, shadows lurked. Ambition festered in the hearts of men. The thirst for power, like a venomous serpent, coiled around the throne. The stage was set for a conflict of epic proportions, one that would decide the fate of the kingdom. Baahubali, Crown of Blood, delves into the annals of history. It takes us back to the genesis of the legend we know and love. It unravels the tapestry of events that shaped the destiny of a kingdom. It is a tale of love and loss, of loyalty and betrayal, of the enduring struggle between good and evil. Prepare yourselves, for the story of Mahishmati is not for the faint of heart. At the heart of the maelstrom stood Sivagami, the Queen Mother, a woman of indomitable will and unwavering resolve. She was entrusted with the sacred duty of choosing the next ruler of Mahishmati. Her decision, she knew, would have far-reaching consequences. Sivagami's heart was torn. Before her stood two princes, Amarendra Baahubali and Bhallaladeva. Both were strong, capable, and deserving in their own right. Yet they were as different as night and day. Their paths diverged, shaped by their upbringing and their inherent nature. Baahubali, the elder, was the embodiment of virtue. He was raised on tales of valor and compassion. He was trained to be a warrior, but his true strength lay in his empathy for his people. Bhallaladeva, on the other hand, was consumed by ambition. He craved power and recognition. He saw himself as the rightful heir, and he would stop at nothing to claim what he believed was his. Sivagami's dilemma was not merely a matter of choosing between two brothers. It was a choice between two destinies. A choice that would determine the fate of Mahishmati for generations to come. Her decision, once made, would set in motion a chain of events that would shake the very foundations of the kingdom. Her wisdom and judgment would be tested like never before. Amarendra Baahubali was a prince of the people. He was loved for his kindness and admired for his strength. He excelled in the arts of war, wielding his sword with unmatched skill. Yet he never sought conflict. His heart yearned for peace and prosperity for his people. Bhallaladeva, consumed by envy, walked a different path. He saw Baahubali's popularity as a threat. He felt overshadowed at every turn. His resentment festered, fueled by his mother, Bijaladeva, who whispered poison in his ear. Their rivalry extended beyond the training grounds. It permeated every aspect of their lives. Baahubali, ever the dutiful son, obeyed Sivagami's every command. Bhallaladeva, however, chafed under her authority. He sought ways to undermine her and discredit his brother. Their contrasting personalities created a chasm between them. Baahubali, with his unwavering sense of justice, could not comprehend Bhallaladeva's thirst for power. Bhallaladeva, blinded by envy, failed to see the true measure of his brother's worth. Their destinies, once intertwined, were now set on a collision course. A clash that would determine not only their own fates, but the fate of Mahishmati itself. Into this volatile mix entered Raktadev, a cunning and ruthless warrior from a distant land. He was as ambitious as Bhallaladeva, but far more dangerous. He was a master of deception, a serpent in the garden of Mahishmati. Raktadev sought to exploit the growing rift between the two princes. He pledged his allegiance to Bhallaladeva, fueling his ambition with whispers of power and glory. He promised to help him claim the throne, but his true motives were far more sinister. Raktadev was a master manipulator. He played on Bhallaladeva's insecurities, convincing him that Baahubali was a threat to his birthright. He sowed seeds of doubt and suspicion, poisoning the minds of those around him. He was a catalyst, accelerating the kingdom's descent into chaos. With Raktadev at his side, Bhallaladeva grew bolder in his schemes. He challenged Baahubali at every turn, seeking to discredit him in the eyes of Sivagami and the court. The kingdom watched with bated breath as the tension escalated. The once unbreakable bond between the two brothers had fractured, leaving behind a dangerous void, a void that Raktadev was all too eager to fill.